Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today, we're watching Death Note, Episode 11, Assault. If you don't want to wait for Episode 12 to come out, then check the link down below in our description. It's to our Patreon, and we offer a tier that allows you to have 1 week early access to the next episode. But in the moment, I'm really excited to get into Episode 11. Episode 10 was crazy to me, and I was very, very into it from the second that we started the episode. But I'm very just into this show since like the first episode that we started from. It easily attracted my interest, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then over the course of the first few episodes, I felt like I understood the premise of the entire show at least. I could expect what the themes were going to be or how the show is going to go. And episode by episode, they keep throwing like these crazy curveballs at me, and I'm so excited and into the show that I more so than I ever imagined I could be.
I totally agree with you. There's like a cat and mouse game, but really like they're both cats and they're both mice at the same time. We were just in the car the other night. We were talking over our experience and our journey with Death Note so far and how much we're enjoying the show, how much we love it. And we were saying how, like, if this show keeps progressing emotionally for us in the way that it is, if we keep having those feelings of excitement in every episode, if it keeps surprising us, then we definitely see this show being, like, in our top anime that we've watched.
Easily. I mean, like, we're 11 episodes in, right?
I don't... 37. I
can't like think of another or a lot of other animes that 11 episodes in I'm feeling the type of feelings that I am, and I'm invested to the extent that I am. It's really, really interesting. I think usually I am into action shows or action anime, you know? And that has its own right and its own excitement, but this show's heavy on the dialogue and the visuals and the symbolism, and I feel so connected to the universe and characters only 11 episodes in. But a quick recap of last episode. Tennis. I loved it. I loved it. Thank you guys so much for the comments about tennis anime.
Yes. We do really love the sports anime genre.
Oh yeah.
It's super fun.
Haikyuu
is like
I want to watch like
favorite.
soccer ones, basketball ones, but anyway, is there a golf anime? There has to be, right?
There has to be a golf anime.
Anyway, after tennis, we went to some sort of cafe, diner, where Elle and Light had a bit of a showdown. We learned the origin of Elle's high knees when he sits. It increases his functionality of thinking. Then
I kind of at first was like, what? And then I kind of thought about it a little further, and I was like, when you're studying, when you're doing homework, you know, there's certain positions that your body falls into that you feel comfy, that you're concentrating in.
It might be like a blood flow thing.
But it could also be a blood flow thing, because if you keep your legs up.
Yeah. But during this like really awesome back and forth with pictures of Kira's messages with like a decoy thrown in, that whole sequence was amazing. We had the unfortunate news that Chief Yagami had a heart attack. Not by Kira, but probably stress, probably the whole situation that he's in.
His family having like tons and tons and tons of cameras
all
over their house for a period of time. He's having to lie. Not only is he like worried about his family, he's having to lie to them. Probably too. I'm sure he's had to lie to his wife.
He has the commissioner or whoever that is up his butt.
Oh yeah. That interaction made me love Chief Yagami even more. That talk that he had with the kind of the head of the police, I guess. Yeah. He's not the like on the field head of the police. It's more the bureaucratic head of the police.
Yeah, that whole hospital scene between Elle, Light, and Captain Yagami was great. We had this amazing interaction with Light saying that if Kira ever killed his father, he would stop at nothing to find Kira. And it's true in a sense, which I think Elle caught on to. He's like, oh, he feels like a genuine feeling, you know, because he knows he would never kill his dad.
Elle is a profiler, an investigator. I'm sure he has the ability to especially pick out a straight up bad liar, bad lie immediately. And I think he was really struggling in that hospital scene to figure out where Light was coming from on this. And it did seem like his suspicion of Light really did decrease after that conversation. And I think that's really just because Light was being honest. Like, even if he is Kira, it's not like he really does have to stop Kira if Kira kills his dad, because Kira's not going to kill his dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's still my belief. I really hope Light doesn't get to a point where he kills his dad. Like, please don't do that, Light.
Yeah. And then we had a cool interaction outside between Elle and Light. And I think the last thing we saw is what I refer to as Kira Gate. It's when, like, because we saw the reporter get information of these Kira tapes.
Yes.
That are...
What do you think about them? Do you think they're real? Do you think
No,
Light made them? Or do you think it's like a copycat person?
My intuition is that it's copycat.
Wasn't that another one of our guesses?
Yes,
that Elle
it could
did
be
it
Elle.
to instigate Light? Because I'm sure Light would be angry if there was a copycat trying to get justice, saying it was Kira.
Could be Elle. Could be a third party. I don't at the moment think it's Light, but who knows? Maybe we'll find out.
I mean, all three of those theories of who the tapes are from, I think are really good. All three. Like, I don't have one that I'm leaning towards over the other. I think it would be very interesting for the show if there actually was a real copycat killer, someone who really was trying to take on the name of Kira and his or her own justice, and then Light have to try to figure out how to does he let them keep running around doing this, or is he gonna reclaim that title and establish that he is the only Kira, the only one that will be judging as the god?
Yeah. So that's it for a quick little recap. Hopefully we'll figure out who's behind Kira Gate. But other than that, I'm ready. You?
Yes.
Sweet. So I don't know if there are proper seasons to Death Note, or if it's just kind of one start and end point. But if there are, or if there aren't, do you think there's going to be another intro at some point? Part of me feels like there won't be because of how, I guess, I don't know, popular the song is, or how cemented it is, I feel like, to pop culture.
I think a lot of intros of, like, modern, current anime, they show more specific scenes. And so they kind of change it out more often because the specific scenes change.
That's a good point. So in this, then maybe not, because it's very thematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like just like a summary of the story in general in the
Which I love, by
this.
the way. I kind of don't like all the time when intros give us specific scenes that end up happening.
Regarding Naomi Misura's disappearance, shouldn't we open an investigation into this matter?
If we do, it should be coordinated separately from the Kira case.
Chances are she's probably dead.
If you're right about that, I find it odd that we haven't found her body yet.
Do we know where her body would have gone?
No, but I remember Light talking about
be happening
having her
on
disappear
Sakura
so
TV.
no one can find.
Sakura TV.
All of the reporters and staff here are Kira's hostages. Aside from that, we have a professional obligation to share this message with you.
4 videos?
Kira's hostages? What is this?
No, I don't think it's Light at all.
After a thorough examination, there can be no doubt that they are from Kira himself.
Oh, he's grinning.
And as predicted, at the exact time that Kira had specified, both men died suddenly of heart attacks.
But why would Light make a move like this, you know?
Clearly something that only Kira could do.
If
Kira
true.
has instructed us to air the second tape today at exactly 5:59.
2 minutes.
Beyond that, we understand that it contains a message to all the people of the world from Kira.
This has to be another fake.
If it's not fake, it has to be Light or somebody who's had access to the Death Note. Yeah?
And now, the video.
Or they're killing them themselves.
Yeah, true.
I am Kira.
It's not Light. I just don't feel it.
Please change the channel to Taiyo TV. The news anchor Mr. Kazuhiko Hibima will die of a heart attack at exactly 6 o'clock.
But would Light really be going after
And I need you to bring us
non-criminals like
another
this
TV
right now?
cutting. No, make it 2.
Yuzaki?
Change it to channel 24. Please change it back.
I don't think Kira would kill these people unless they've committed some sort of a crime, right?
And they're not directly going against him like the investigators.
Stop this broadcast.
They're not going to want to stop it because he likes the
None of my
ratings.
contacts at the station have their phones up.
Ukita, I'll stop this broadcast myself if that's what it takes.
The last
I'm
thing
listening.
I want to do is kill the innocent. I hate evil and love justice.
This is not Light. No way.
It doesn't really sound like his wording to me, almost.
If you agree to join me in my mission, I know we can make
This is
it
Kira's first quote-unquote public appearance, right?
Darling, this can't be good for your health.
Like it or not, I am still in charge of the Kira task force.
Wow. I'm really glad they showed us that. Wow.
Why?
They've been given direct orders, I guess, not to let anybody in.
What the? What the? Touch it. No! Did he not touch?
No.
Aizawa, look.
No.
What is happening?
Damn it. Kira did this. You told us that Kira couldn't kill without a name.
However, if that's the case, you'd think it would be easier for him to kill off the entire task force before making a move.
Yeah.
Initially, I deduced that Kira needed both a name and a face to kill. All I know for sure is that Kira is either in that TV station or he's somewhere close by. If we rush down there unprepared, all of us will be killed.
Wasn't it you who said we'd have to risk our lives to catch Kira?
Oh, man.
Isn't what I said, but risking my life to catch Kira and doing something that I know will cost me my life are two entirely different things. I understand you want to go there, but if something was to happen to you as well.
Wow. I bet you the second he saw one of his men were killed, right?
Oh my god, yeah, of course he would have immediately. Oh no, is he gonna like give himself another heart attack?
Holy shit! Oh my god! He's so smart.
Show me which studio they're broadcasting it from.
He is so smart. Nobody could have seen him, right?
Well, that's one way to get into a building without being seen by Kira.
If we stop this broadcast, he'll kill all of us.
Shut up. You're gonna be killed right here and now if you don't give those tapes.
What a badass, dude. What a badass.
I mean, like, come on, this guy was enjoying it. He was smiling. Like, I don't believe that they'll all be killed if the tapes aren't running. Like, I don't believe him.
I don't believe it was Light.
What about like a blow dart gun with poison? I don't know.
No problem. Just please stop waving that gun around.
Mr. Aizawa, you know Deputy Director Kitamura's cell phone number, right? If you don't take control of this situation quickly, there will be a disaster.
Collapsed on the sidewalk.
Light needs a name. He needs a face and a name.
He
like,
could technically have all of the officers' names.
But can he tell exactly who they are if he's looking from that far above at night?
Detective Superintendent Yagami.
Call him back immediately and give me the phone. Mr. Yagami. So, you're the one driving the police van.
That's right.
This is really intense.
This is insane.
I've confiscated all of the tapes. I'd say going out the front would be too dangerous. But I could always use the police van again.
Deputy Director Kitamura, are your preparations complete?
It's done as you requested.
Mr. Yagami,
Oh.
you to come out the front entrance.
You want me to exit through the front entrance?
What? Like a bunch of people show up, or?
Okay, this is really intense.
Make sure there are no gaps. Do not reveal your faces.
Thank you.
Wow.
As you move out, proceed with caution. There you have it. The police.
How would Light have gotten in that room you just saw?
It's,
you know?
I can't.
Is it someone else with a death note?
It could be. Why would they impersonate Kira?
And as citizens, we must fight back.
Ryuzaki, I apologize for taking matters into my own hands.
No.
Here, These are all of the tapes in an envelope. Everything Kira sent to the station. I think I'd better rest for a minute. Oh.
Please tell me he didn't kill himself to get those.
Mr. Yagami, this won't go to waste. Mr. Aizawa, can you please take this to the crime lab right away?
I'll make sure they go over every inch of this.
That's good, please do so.
Well, what do you make of these?
They were definitely interesting. Tape 3 covers the terms of cooperation. Put simply, he's requesting that we broadcast the names of more criminals.
We've seen Light for one scene this entire episode, dude.
Please have someone take tape number 4 over to Sakura TV and authorize them to broadcast it.
I can only say it's a shame that your answer is no. It's clear that the police wish to oppose me. I'll start by taking the life of either the Director General of the NPA or the detective known as L, who is currently leading the investigation against me. Who will pay the price for your refusal to cooperate?
You couldn't kill L. No matter what. Okay.
It looks like I've even got God on my side now. It would appear that another Shinigami has come to the human.
That was my guess!
And somehow that Shinigami's death note has fallen into the hands of someone who agrees with Kira.
What?
Most likely has the
I did not think
Has
it was
the Shinigami
I
eyes!
literally just
Oh my
freaking
god!
guessed if it was someone with a new death note.
It makes so much sense that
shit.
they'd have the Shinigami eyes.
I was like, Light wouldn't be posting this, like, do videos like that.
Foster for the way he's tarnishing Kira's image.
Exactly! This is not how Light would have gone about things. It's not what he would. He wouldn't have wanted the public to think so poorly of Kira.
Yo, I feel like Light's gotta work with L or some shit right now because.
Oh, that's a good way for him because he didn't do this.
Join the task force.
Yeah.
Bro, Light and L are both at such a disadvantage right now. The whole name game, dude. Oh my god.
Is the new Kira gonna try to kill the old Kira so he can replace him as the as like the god?
Favor of having the real L appear on TV.
I think that's the most appropriate choice given the options.
What?
Ryuzaki, what do you mean by that?
He thinks it's a
There's
copycat.
a strong possibility that this Kira's a fake. We should think of him more as a second Kira.
A second Kira? How did you come to that conclusion?
Tell me.
Both their names were only reported in tabloids and daytime talk shows, so they weren't exactly hardened criminals. He'd want to make absolutely certain that he didn't predict the death of a criminal who could be killed by the real Kira first.
If you had to put a number on it, what's the probability of a second Kira?
This time I'd say it's more than 70%.
Oh my god, 70!
I don't like the way he operates. It's not like Kira. If we can capture one Kira, I think that will provide.
It's almost like which Kira would you rather?
The other one.
Light or the second Kira?
Yagami, I'd like your permission to ask your son to cooperate with us in this investigation.
This is the best day of my life. This is the best day of my life. No, that's not what it means.
I can't say that he's been completely clear.
If son wants to cooperate with you, then I have no reason to prevent it.
Please don't tell him that we think this latest Kira might be a fake. I don't want him to know that yet.
This is so awesome.
Misa.
Did you know it could do this?
I gave that death note to you, so why not use it for yourself?
Misa?
Oh my god. Misa!
The fucking girl! Fangirl. Fucking simping for Kira. Get the...
That's the only reason I sent all those videos to that TV station.
Oh my
I had to
god.
find some way to make Kira notice me.
And she's gonna be dejected when he's like, I don't like how you did that.
There's a chance you could be killed. Do you understand?
It's alright. I'm still stronger than he is.
Because she has the Shinigami eyes. Oh my god. We started this episode saying how amazing the last episode was. I think that was probably the episode we talked the least in.
I hate that we have to discuss right now because I want to just watch another episode right now. But back to the discussion. Okay, that was episode 11 of Death Note. Fuck. Misa. right?
Misa.
Misa.
With the Shinigami eyes.
So just because it was the last thing we saw and I already had it in my notes, I was like, how do the Shinigami eyes work? Can you see like their name right next to the person, just like if they're in your direct vision? She was using binoculars, so if she like uses the binoculars,
she could see the name floating above the head.
So like the effects of the Shinigami eyes aren't, stopped by the use of a third party that is made for human eyes. But at that last scene, she had like, it looked like Shinigami eyes. I don't know if that was a visual for us or in general, but
oh my gosh.
What the hell?
I could see this becoming like a she's kind of like, she's into him and wanting them to like be like a pair. And then he's like totally uninterested because of the fact of how she did things, but he would know that she could kill him, so he's gonna stay on her good side,
That begs the question, would she like light? She likes Kira. She loves Kira.
She loves Kira.
Would she love light?
That's a good question.
If
she's like, I mean, she was wearing like all black, and he doesn't have this, aesthetically, he doesn't have the image of someone that she might be into. He's kind of like proper looking. But
like
it's the heart that matters, and his heart says kill evil people. So
oh my god. So how long has she had a Death Note? How long has she had a Shinigami? This Shinigami seems at least like, obviously it could just be a facade or whatever, but very friendly towards her, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you're risking your life here.
Kind of, Ryuk is friendly towards light.
But they've had a while together,
Well, think about it. Osaka is a different area of Japan. I don't know how like far away it is from where they are and where Death Note is taking place.
Does every Death Note have the same rules?
That's a really good question. Because this is a different Shinigami's Death Note. So
can Shinigami touch each other in Earth?
Are they gonna have like a chicken fight?
I don't know. Oh my god. Do you think that she came down because she wanted to go or wanted to see Ryuk or wanted to like go after him or crush on him?
I was surprised by how it looked.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't any of the Shinigami that were all talking.
Yeah.
About where's Ryuk? Has he become a human's pet? And this was a totally different looking one. So.
Oh my god.
But I'm so glad to finally meet her, Misa. I mean, like, I obviously, if you've been around, the internet, you see images of Death Note, and there's always this girl with the, the pigtails. She's been in the intro. I've just been waiting to meet her. Didn't know her role. I thought she was going to be a girl at college that had a crush on Light or something. But she has her own Death Note. There are 2 Death Notes. All the Shinigami get bored, just start throwing their Death Notes down into the human world. Chaos ensues.
That was such a good episode, man.
Is Light gonna try to kill her now that he is gonna join the task force? He's gonna join the task force.
Yeah.
That means
speechless.
He'll know the names and faces of the people on the task force, but he knows he can't use that information because then they'll know it's him.
Oh my god. So before this, it has such an uncanny way of like making me think and feel, because before this episode, I wouldn't see the like storytelling benefit to him joining the task force other than the face value reasons that we could have assumed. But
just for more just tough, tense moments between him and Elle.
But the motivation to do it makes it
like
so much better.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like it was going to happen at the end of last episode because Chief Yagami was against it. And obviously, Light then said, I think, something to Elle to some effect of, sorry, I can't join. I'll help you once my dad gets better. Didn't he say something similar to that?
Yeah.
But now things have changed. And I think when Light was smiling like that, I'm sure he's already guessed it. I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure.
Well, he said that he knows that somebody else is a Death Note, right?
Yeah. But I'm sure he's going to guess that the task force and that L is going to ask for his help, because it's going to be one of those does he know, I think he knows kind of situations where Light is going to know it's a second person. L thinks it's a second person, but L doesn't want Light to know that he thinks it's a second person. But Light thinks that L doesn't want him to know that they think it's a second person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved the when Elle was coordinating these events, like that was crazy.
I'm really glad that what was his name? Kitamura? Mm-hmm. He was the other family that was being investigated at the same time as the Yagamis. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that was the same person. I am so glad he quickly and willingly cooperated. Mm-hmm. And that was an amazing idea to have all of those. And I felt so bad for those police officers because so many of them quit the task force after seeing what Kira could do. And then for those people to see an officer fall on TV and to immediately jump into their cars and run into action, it was risking their own lives. I was
kind of emotional in a weird way, you know?
Yeah, and then this second Kira said they want to cooperate with the police.
To further their understanding of Kira's mission. Goal. Yeah. Which is not correct. Okay. I need a scene very soon of everybody in the task force sitting together, or the only two people sitting are Elle and Light in front of a TV. Both of them are going right back and forth at each other, like trying to come to a conclusion.
Oh, but I think it's this. But exactly. Did you notice this?
And,
oh, yes.
And different reasonings for this, and helping each other. Everybody else in the room is dead silent, jaws on the ground behind them, watching this crazy intellect going on.
I mean,
and then
Chief Yakumi's going to be impressed.
And then Watari's in the corner, just smiling.
Scooping ice cream.
Yeah. Oh my God. I guess we know now that if an officer is killed by a Death Note, they probably wouldn't have time to hit their belt buckle.
Which sucks.
Is terrifying, man.
He was so close to touching the belt buckle. So close. I wonder if they're gonna find anything at the crime lab when they look at the envelope. She doesn't, I don't know if she's as smart as Light. I'm trying to
figure out how smart she is.
Yeah, we don't know the level. She says she's stronger, obviously, because she has the Shinigami eyes. Yeah. But is she protecting herself in the same way that Light is? I don't know about that.
Should it tell us that she's not as smart as Light because she took the Shinigami eyes?
Possibly more desperate to do this. The Shinigami could have also said, you'd be better than the current Kira because if you did this, you would be more powerful than him, and maybe she wants to be more powerful. Maybe she wants to beat the current Kira instead of stand beside him.
Maybe. I need to see more of her. I need to see more of this.
I
know. Misa is her name, yes. Right? Sakura TV, that asshole. He was smart. He was like, oh, the ratings are going to go up like crazy.
I believe it now that she would have killed all of them.
Oh, you know?
Yeah. So I didn't like him, and he was smiling as if he wasn't about to die. You know, possibly if they didn't do this, he was smiling like he was enjoying it at first. But I totally believe that she would have actually had consequences for them if they didn't continue running the tapes. But then again, they stopped running the tapes and she didn't. Is that because the police showed up in a giant amount of them, so she got out of there before they could find her?
Light's mom's going to be pissed at Chief Yagami.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to be pissed that Light joins the task force.
Yeah, because she's going to be like, you saw what it did to your father kind of thing. Or how would you let your son join the task force? You saw what it did to you kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That was
and then he's going to have to be like, well, Light is an adult and I'm not in charge of Light's decisions, and he is brilliant.
That was so badass when Chief Yagami
bus.
drove through. That was so cool. And I love how, like, L... Okay, I don't want to skip over this for a second. L really seems so empathetic and caring. When
Ukita.
the Ukita died in front of the station, it was, you saw L like shaking a little bit. Like, he doesn't want, like, it seems like, of course he doesn't want these people to die, but it seems like a little more than just, I don't want these people to die, but he cares about them.
Yeah, he doesn't want to send them off to their deaths. So he probably was thinking, like, that guy ran out of there really kind of before L probably had tons of time to process what their next move should be. It was a big heat of the moment. He might have blamed himself a little bit for letting Ukita run out of there like that and not trying to come up with a possible protection. But well, that was before he even knew that there was that the second Kira was outside of the building and was watching people from the outside. So obviously, like, he couldn't have known that. There was no evidence of it yet.
I bet L respects the hell out of Chief Yagami. And loves him with all
he's
his heart.
like, you be my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I have. You.
Chief Yagami's gonna adopt L.
Brothers.
They're gonna be brothers.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.